Ani Buju. Welcome to the graduating classes of 10 and 11 at Minnesota Correctional Facilities, Lino Lakes, for the successful completion of the Native American Culture Education Project formation. We give thanks, and we have proudly learned stories, dancing, singing, beading, ceremonies, powwow, traditions, language, history, heritage, reservation land, law, and anything that can help us, and especially help our children, where it all begins. Chimigwich to our ancestors, and Dinowe Maganag. We'd like to acknowledge and say thank you to Daphne Shabayas, Ojibwe language instructor, Cirilla Bauer, Transitional Services, Community Engagement, Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe, Bradley Harrington, Volunteer and Spiritual Advisor, Richard Hill, Case Manager of the Anji Program, Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe, Brett King, NACEP alum, Wendy Spry, Director of Tribal Relations, Crystal Brock, Deputy Commissioner, Client Services and Support, Randall Bergman of Education Director, Jeremy Herman, Media and Communications, Shauna Bach, Director of Secondary Education. And we're gonna start this off. These brothers are gonna sing us this bear song. I don't know if one of them want to say a little bit about it first, or if they just want to go, but. I think first we're going to start with Randy Bergman, Education Director. You got something to say?
Ayan, bonjour, miigwech. Hello and thank you. And those are 3 words I know, and they're really the 3 words that we all should know, no matter what language, because they should be said often and many times throughout our day. I am pleasured and honored to be able to share just a couple words with you about the education of Minnesota Native American culture and this program that I so much value and appreciate. I just want you to take a little flight with me, a little journey in education. A couple of years ago, I was at Lucy Laney Elementary School in South Minneapolis area, seeing fourth graders braiding grass, and got to know an author, Robin Wall Kimmerer, wrote a book, Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, Teaching of Plants. And this book is something that I've seen in my educational journey a few times. I was at Dakota Middle School out in the Dakota County, and there was a interdisciplinary middle school lesson, braiding sweetgrass. And the students were learning about the Anishinaabe people, and they were learning also, watching a video that was adapted to their level, to learning about the indigenous wisdom, the scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants. And then I was at Harding High School not that long ago, just before graduation of St. Paul officers, many of them people of St. Paul that Superintendent Stacy Stanley could be very proud of, who graduated to become an officer in St. Paul. Some indigenous people, some people of color, some other people from different high schools in Minnesota. And at Harding High School, the AP Social Studies teacher teaches a course in U.S. history, and they include the book, Braiding Sweetgrass, in that course. And then some of you have been attending Minneapolis Community College, and there, in an ethics course, or maybe in an English course, you also read the book, Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, the Teaching of Plants. And even at the University of Minnesota in January, maybe some of you attended the Soil Management Summit just for fun with the graduate students, and sure enough, the guest speaker talked about braiding sweetgrass, indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, teaching of plants. And that wisdom, what I'm so amazed with, it transcends ages, it transcends cultures, it transcends so much. And those who are graduating today, you have embarked on that journey. You've been invited into the indigenous wisdom that comes from the people of the indigenous people. And in the educational world, this is just a fascinating and admiring part of your education. And then right now I want to acknowledge those who also have taken from Daphne Sabayash, and I'm so happy that we have a Ojibwe teacher. She is here. If you could stand up for us, please. I want to acknowledge. And those... And how much I can appreciate the Mille Lacs Tribe of Ojibwe offering Ojibwe language. And those who have taken the Ojibwe language course, maybe it was in the fall or in the spring, go ahead and stand up right now. Let's go ahead and see. Ojibwe language. Just give them a round of applause. And learning language and culture is something that I can only so appreciate from even my own ancestors from Eastern Germany, who the one thing that the Nazi Party couldn't take away from my ancestors was their language and culture in those concentration camps. And yet this is the season for the Anishinaabe people, and in Minnesota, that the maple syrup flows through the trees. It's also the season of where we come into the celebration of the Passover for those of my family cultural background, and for those of a Christian background, that season of Easter. And as an educator, I don't get to talk much about that, and I'm so thankful, though, that in Minnesota in 2024, our legislators, somewhere around this time, said, we need to teach Minnesota Native American history and culture, K-12. And then even when you read that statute, it looks like it needs to be language and culture for everybody in the state of Minnesota. And how great that is. And then the state of Minnesota had people like me who work for the state of Minnesota attend a seminar on Minnesota Native American history, culture, education, that I really continue to learn more and more about how far we have come, but yet how far we still need to go. So with that, I just applaud you today, and I applaud everybody here as we celebrate Native American history and culture together. And with that, miigwech.
Miigwech, Randy. Next speaker I'm going to introduce, couldn't be prouder, Brett King. Oh.
Bonjour and the way magana dog bijikiwag n'indigenous cause magazine and do them. Misquag amiwiz aga eganing and dunjba. Hello, all my relatives. My Indian name is Little Hurdle Buffalo. I am from the Eagle Clan and I come from Red Lake. And you know, I'm just here to share a little bit of my story. You know, my journey started in that chapel. You know, in that back room. That's when you know, this was formed. I was part of one of the first classes. You know, and I actually used to facilitate this class, and that's when, you know, I found my healing was reclaiming my identity as an indigenous person. You know, for years I went through this what I call an identity crisis, trying to fit into this society where I felt I didn't belong. You know, I wandered for years, and you know, I actually wrote my capstone, my thesis paper on cultural reclamation will help serve as the transformative pathway to stop the intergenerational incarceration amongst indigenous people. You know, because it's intergenerational. You know, my family on my mother's side, you know, we come, you know, everybody from each generation, you know, we all like end up in prison. But you know, it's because we're all trying to be somebody we're not, you know. And it's, to me, it's good to be proud of who I am, you know. Be proud of who you are as a Native person, you know. Be proud of that shit. You know, we make up 2.7% of this population, you know, of this whole state. We are limited, you know what I mean? Like us, as, you know, us men, like, we need to be out there to help our people. We really do. You know, I'm just, I'm grateful to be here today. You know, I'm still on parole until 2028, which is like, it just blows my mind that I'm, you know, got the honor to be here today with you brothers, man. Like, you know, nothing makes me, you know, I used to sit there, this drum, you know, I used to sit around at that lodge over there. I did, you know, helped run ceremonies over there. I used to be the pipe carrier. You know, I helped my people a lot in here, you know, and I stuck with it when I got out, you know, like that drum, you know, I sing twice a week at the Indian Health Board, and it really helps me, you know, like, shit, I got this thing on Colonizer Hill, you know, at the state capitol. Like, I never thought that was possible, you know what I mean, at the tribal flag raising ceremony, and that was a good thing. You know, that drum, it'll take care of you. You know, if you take care of that drum, you know, that grandfather, it will help you. It'll take care of you. It'll guide you along your way in life. And, you know, I try to go to ceremonies and sweats as much as I can, you know, and my path was higher education, right? I started my college degree in here through the TREC program. I got my AA degree while I was here. I transferred right to Metro State University, and I graduated with my bachelor's in May, and then I'm going right into a master's program. You know, I'm going to work on a master's in advocacy and political leadership. And my dream is to, you know, build culturally responsive programming for reentry, you know, for us, because it's limited. it's important work, and I realized a lot of brothers here, we find this brotherhood here, we find this acceptance, and when we get out, we get lost because we lose touch with our culture, and we don't have that brotherhood, that community, and then we get lost and start doing all the wrong stuff, and we end up right back in jail, right back in here. I learned that my first bid. I served an 84-month sentence. I was out for 7 months, and I ended up catching another case, and I got 90 months, But, so I spent a lot of time in these places. But, the culture will save you, as long as you stick with it and be proud of who you are. And I just want to say, Jimmy Gwitch, to everybody, to Linda Lee, for getting me in here today. I really am, thankful to be here. This is such an honor to be, back with you brothers, but on the other side, I used to wear the grays and the blues and everything, you know what I mean? So it is. I just want to, say stick with it, change is possible, man, and keep up the good work with what you guys are doing in here. Oh.
All right, so I think we're gonna start passing out these certificates, but first I just like to say something. Ho, Ani Buju, Bakade Moko Mani doing this Nakas, Moko Lindo Dan, Misko Gami Wizagi and Gani and Dunjaba. Get your money do. By the way, where Yanamak, get in way win. Got wound in the Maga Wizi Young, but Ma Dizzy win. Nunda Wishin, Ibize Kun, Eji Beju Go Young, A PG Ni Manis, Jimino say Young Banwi, we do Kaoshin, Gizun Gadi Wizidin, A PG Ni Manis, Jimino Young Banwe, you, Mino Bamadis you win. Get your money do. Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the wind, whose breath gives life to all. Hear me, I come to you as one of your children, small and weak. I need your strength and wisdom so I may walk in a good way. First, I'd like to thank Chaplain Lee and everybody who helped with this, all the brothers who saw this class through. I also want to bring up humility that I've learned from helping facilitate this class, and I feel honored. I never thought that I had what it takes to teach and learn the way I have with these brothers. I've searched for my Debwewin, my truth and drugs and all the wrong things. But since being in NACEP, I found Debwewin in my culture and language. And I know these opportunities would have changed me a long time ago. I hope and I pray that the biases between staff and Native will change the more we learn and find ways to understand each other. Because you can't be someone without knowing who you are or where you came from. Hope, Jimmy Goods, and all.
Appreciate everybody that came out here. First one is Hakola Matakuye Owasim Mini Kowaju Himatahan Minnesota Yate Shanti Hitika Makiapolo. So hello to all my friends and relatives. Cheyenne River, South Dakota is where I'm from. In Minneapolis, Minnesota is where I live. And Braveheart is my name. I want to thank Chaplain Lee and also everybody else that did have a hand in helping us with this class and allowing us the space and the time to help each other. We're all learning something new, something that should have been taught to us a long time ago, but it hasn't because of what our people went through. I also want to thank all the brothers who took the class and kept coming, even though sometimes when they didn't feel like it, they still showed up, and for that I appreciate y'all. I feel that if at least one person learned more about the Native culture in this class, we're doing this in a good way. Maka tahan with Chashawan, Ikche with Chasha, Maka with Choni kin hichenak delo, Oyate kin nitpikta Charlie chamo yelo, Hehani ki toksha wakte, I am proud to say I'm a man of the earth from a common people. We are doing this so that our way of life and our culture will live and be here tomorrow. Palamia.
All right. So, first brother we're going to have come up here is Kevin Bruce.
I appreciate it. Wawa Kane Digital Cause Mikanaki Dudame, Misqua Gami Way Zaga Inganinga Dunjaba. My English name is Kevin Bruce. I'm an enrolled member of the Red Lake Band of Ojibwe, and I'm a member of the Turtle Clan. Growing up in Minneapolis, I've often felt as I were caught between two completely different ways of life. The first, the capitalist one, placing value on things and how much one can accumulate, and the second, a more traditional, placing value on the life of all beings and how much one can give away. Growing up with these two conflicting inner voices have always been a struggle for me, but signing up for NACEP and connecting with people that were dealing with the same thing was very helpful. Also, being able to learn more about the things my ancestors endured truly did open my eyes to the importance of passing things like language and the 7 grandfather teachings on to the next generation of Anishinaabe. With that said, the grandfather teaching that stuck with me the most was Nibokawin, which means wisdom. To me, Nibokawin is about helping the generation ahead of us by honoring the generation that came before us. Thank you.
Let me introduce his brother Anthony Ferreira.
Anin Buju, Anthony Nadishakas, Magizi no Nudem, Kawa Bagani Kug, and Ninjuba. Anthony, Eagle Clan, White Earth Reservation. While participating in NACEP, I learned things about my culture that I was neglected to be taught as a child. Being part of the circle and attending Sweat, I have become more humble and patient. Learning the 7 grandfather teachings opened my mind to more things. The grandfather teaching that stood out the most is Zungudewan, courage. It takes courage to live a good life, to overcome our struggles, to walk the red road, and most of all, learning to forgive ourselves. I have become closer to my culture, and every day now is getting easier to be happy and at peace, spiritually. I am very thankful for being able to participate in NACEP. Thank you, Fast Horse, Cody, Jody, for facilitating the class. You made every class fun and interesting.
Next brother I got here is Jerome O'Grove. Oh.
Oh, what? Anin Buju, Nijis, Manidu Magizi, Indigo Ojibwe Mang, Anishinaabe, Rom Indigenous, Ogish Community, Nindo Dem, Misquagami, Zaga, and Ganing and Dujaba. My name is Jerome David Oakgrove. I'm an enrolled member of Red Lake from Kingfisher Clan. A little nervous up here. My Indian name is Eagle Spirit. And, you know, I kind of had a speech written down, but just, I don't know, rereading it just felt like I needed to say it from the heart. But taking this class, you know, really taught me, one of the things that really stuck out to me, one of the 7 grandfather teachings was love. Zagi Idwin, Zagi Waywin. And, you know, I learned you had to really love yourself to be someone worth loving and to love another. So this new love that I found within myself and my family, I have a son that I left when I came here. And, you know, you hear stories about fathers and stuff like that, and leaving my dad was one of them, you know. But anyway, I had to really learn to, you know what I mean, to love myself before I could really give all to my son. And I'm proud to say that if you know me in here, in the world or whatever, man, I'm constantly talking about him. So, you know, I share that each and every day with my brothers, and it's something to just talk to a random stranger about, you know what I mean, something so special to you. But I'm doing this for my family, my son, and taking this class, you know, I learned to love being with my brothers here, my fellow brothers here, you know, and each and every one of you, I help out as best as I can in the ceremony, sweat, anything we can, you know, and I'm proud to say that I got some real brothers here that I love, and I appreciate you all. So Chimigwech to Jody, Cody, Fast Horse, and brother Chili that moved on to his next step in his path there. But again, I just want to say Chimigwech.
Oh, well, Jared Garbo. He'll be, here he comes. Ambeama, oui, oui. Majada.
Thank you, brother. Ani Bagwad Indigenous Cause. Asi and Dudame, Mrs. Agun and Dujba. Gabo, I'm from Mille Lacs. I just want to say thanks to Linda for letting all this be possible, for letting us to take these classes and stuff. Jody, Fast Horse, Cody. And what I took out of the class is Debwaywen, because my whole life I've always been blind to the ones that love me and the ones that matter, but I've been honest to the people that don't. So that's what I got out of the class. Thank you.
Next, we got Jamie Vaca.
Chimigwich, Anibuju Vaca, Nadishnakas, Migizi, Nidu Dame, Texas, Nindujiba. One of the 7 grandfathers that caught my eye was Nibwakawin, wisdom. Just because people think that knowledge and wisdom are the same word or meaning, but knowledge is something the knowing of something, and wisdom is is cultivated by the experience. But let me see. Knowledge knowledge is only knowledge until it's passed down and it becomes wisdom. Wisdom is the bridge from the elders to the next 7 generations, and it also shapes who we become. But with that being said, I want to say thank you to all the brothers who brought me out to Sweat and experienced their teachings, and it's teaching me to become a better man. Chimigwich.
Oh, Kola Tony Tonsager.
This is I'm speaking on Tony's behalf. He's having some issue right now, but he's very grateful to this class, and the main thing he took out of it was his identity. He learned his identity back from this, and yeah.
Next, we got Jason Tucker. So.
Ani Buju, also Indigenous Cause, Migizi Nindo Dim, Minneapolis Ndujaba. So my English name is Jason Tucker, but they call me Oso in here. For the guys that know me in the group, the reason why I took this, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm a little dark to be a niche. But I want to say, I want to say, miigwech to all the brothers in there that invited me in there with open arms. It was no shade, no nothing. I never felt uncomfortable. I want to say thank you, miigwech to you brothers for doing that. So you guys know my story. My wife was is Native American. She was adopted at a young age, so she kind of lost her heritage that way. And I have a stepson that I care about very much so, and I wanted him to know his ways. This is why I took the class, and I'm glad that they let these guys get in here. You know, I want to be a part of his life. I'm not going to try to replace his dad, but I'm going to show him some stuff along the way. And I know that this culture is very important and very sacred, and he should know something about himself. The grandfather's teaching that stood out to me the most was Manaji Irwin, which is respect, because I want him to have respect for himself, respect for his people, and respect for the land. Without that, there's nothing. It was just chaos. So I just wanted to know that. And as well, you know, one of the biggest things that I learned is that to know where you're going, you have to know where you've come from. So, and I want to thank you guys for telling me, help me with this, and it was the greatest experience I've had. So, miigwech.
Tyrone Reynolds.
How y'all doing today? Ani Buju, Tyrone Indigenous Kaj, Mishemene Orenang and Dunjaba, Magizi Indu Dame. My name is Tyrone. I'm from Minneapolis and I'm from the Eagle Clan. Growing up, my grandmother and my mom would bring me to powwows and show me my native side. I'm actually African American and Native American. So my mom is Native American, my dad is black. Yeah, growing up, I just really didn't know too much about, you know what I mean, stuff that my grandma or my mom would show me every once in a while. But growing up, I was in the inner city in poverty. But coming here, you know, my brother Jordan, he showed me this way of life, showed me this different way of life, that this beautiful heritage that we have, this culture that we have, and got to learn more about my language, learn more about where we come from. And honestly, it just really helped me so much. I ain't gonna lie, to just really open my eyes to see where we come from. And I just love it, you know what I mean? So, but the 7 grandfather teachings that stuck out with me was Nibwakawin, wisdom. To cherish knowledge is to know wisdom. To know love is to know peace. To honor all of the creation is to have respect. Bravery is to face the foe with integrity. Honesty in facing a situation is to be brave. Humility is to know yourself as a sacred part of the creation. And truth is to know all of these things. Thank you.
My bad, this one. Next we got Eddie Bolio.
Oh.
All right. Bonjour, Eddie Bolio Jr., Indigenous Kaz, Magizi Indudem, Gawaba, Baganakog, and Dujaba. Eddie Bolio Jr., I'm from the Eagle Clan, and I'm from White Earth Reservation. I want to say miigwech, Chapin Lee, for getting this to be able to happen. You know. Also miigwech to the brothers who help facilitate, Odie, Fast Horse, Jody, and Chili. Without you guys, you know, nobody would be here. You know, we wouldn't really have this class, you know. You guys are appreciated. The NACEP class means a lot to me because it's a stepping stone for me when it comes to finding out who I am and what my culture represents. The things I learned that stuck out to me the most were my introduction in Ojibwe, Mankato, 38+2, the 7 generations, and learning how to say blueberry pie. Minabash Kaminis Sagani Batusi Jagani Bakwajigan. And also the 7 grandfather teachings. The one that stuck out with me the most is Nibwakawin, wisdom, because our culture is based off stories and teachings from our ancestors and sharing the knowledge that we have. And I just want to thank all the brothers who showed up and participated with me and who just recently not in my class. And anyone who hasn't signed up and done this class yet, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the better experiences I've had since I've been in prison, so miigwech.
Kyle Morrison Clark.
Ho. Anin Buju, Ginawikinu, Indigenous Kaj, Magizi, Indundame, Gichi Ani Gaming, Indunjaba. Hello, my name is Kyle Morrison Clark. My Indian name is Ginawikinu, Golden Eagle Flying. I am from the Eagle Clan and I am enrolled band member of Grand Portage. One of the 7 grandfather teachings that I learned was Manaja Idawin, respect, learning how to respect others in my culture is showing me how to respect myself. Also reminded me who I am and how great I can be as an Anishinaabe warrior. Chimiigwech.
Next we got Danny Easton.
I told you guys I needed a phone book, Fast Horse. Stand up here. Haukola, Mintakie Oasin, Sistin Wapina Oyate, Hematanan, Lino Lakes Adiati, Eason, Emakiapilo, Pilamia. And also, Anin Buju, Eason Indigenous, Mayangin Nudidim, Sistin Wapitin Oyate, Nindujaba, Chimigwich. Hello, everyone. It's good to be here in front of you brothers today. I'm very honored to be here sharing this space with all of you. Miigwech to Chaplain Lee, to all the facilitators who are passing along the knowledge of our teachings to us, and in turn to the future generations. So miigwech to all the brothers that were in the class. You all made it fun. Very one-of-a-kind experience. You know, I can't even put into words how grateful I am. I consider myself lucky to be both Lakota and Ojibwe. The last 10 weeks I've learned so much about both sides of my heritage. And this is just beginning. You know, there's so much more to our culture than I was taught in school, more than I could have imagined too. And now that I'm learning about our beliefs and traditions and putting our teachings into practice, it's awakening something inside of me. And I feel a real sense of peace and a sense of purpose, and also a sense of belonging through the sweat lodges, through the songs that some of you sing, through the Opwagan when we all pray together. We're all connected in this, and I can't even express my gratitude for all you brothers and what you all mean to me here, miigwech. I reflected on the 7 grandfather teachings: is honesty, truth, humility, love, wisdom, courage, and respect. And not just reflecting on these teachings and what they mean to me, but also putting them into practice. Practicing these teachings, my life is getting back into sync. And through these teachings, and they're all important, but the one that stood out for me is love, Zagi Irwin. So for me, that's where everything starts. And Chimigwich, everyone.
All right. So we still have a class that's still going, but we still want to recognize these brothers for attending the classes and still participating. So with that being said, I want to call up Javier Gervasio Rios.
Bujuanin, Bibis Ndinjikas, Migizi Nindudem, Southside Nindujaba. Hello, my name is Bibis. I'm from the Eagle Clan, and Southside Minneapolis is my home. Out of all the 7 grandfather teachings, the one that stood out to me is Menaya Idiwin, because you got to learn how to respect yourself so others can respect you as well, you know, and pay it forward. Yeah, thank you.
Next we got BJ. Yeah.
Anim Buju Manijis. Dindisi. Nujaba. Makwa Nudam. Kawa Babigani Kug. And Dujaba. First of all, I'm very grateful for all of you who made this happen. Grateful for these clerks that they were on point with everything. Very respectful. The Waywin, truth. Truth to me is all the teachings moving forward. I have been taught all the philosophies, teachings throughout my life. Without them, I truly have no balance. I am truly grateful for my culture and for the opportunity to have it here in prison. I am grateful that other brothers of different races are able to come and learn as well, because the truth is we are all interconnected and are all one. Chimigwich.
Next brother up here is Daniel Kuehler.
Anish, Iji Ayayan, Danny Ndishikas, Migizi Ninduden, Owatana Nidujuba. One of the grandfather teachings that stood out to me the most was love. I feel like with love, it pretty much takes care of everything else. I really want to appreciate the brothers that were facilitating the class. There was a lot of the history I didn't know about it, and I just I'm truly grateful for that and people that let it facilitate. Thank you.
Next we got Arthur J. Jones.
Oh, Buju, Nish Garbo and Dishnakaz Mako and do them. Misquagami ways Zagaganin and Dunjiba and Duji Cass Lake. My name's Arthur Jones. I come from Cass Lake, but I'm an enrolled member of the Red Lake Band. The teaching that stood out to me most would be Zugidiwe Ewin, courage. For me, it feels like it gives me courage and stuff to face my fears. One of them happened to being is speaking in front of everybody right now. So, and then when I get out, going home, you know, my community and my family and stuff for, you know, give me the courage to go back to that after, you know, for what I'm in here for. So, and then I like to thank miigwech to my facilitators, Jody, Cody, Flores, and Rome. For all of that, miigwech.
Oh, Christopher Garcia. Hiya.
Aho Buju, struggle, Indigenous cause, Gizzy, Nindundem, St. Paul, and Dunjaba. First, I'd like to say that I really appreciate these brothers and everybody make it possible for me to have an experience that I've had in this. And I said the grandfather teaching that stuck out to me the most is Zaga Idawin, and it's love. And because it says, it's my turn. In order for me to love in order for me to be loved, in order for me to learn to love, I have to love somebody different. I'm just nervous as hell up here. But, you know what I'm saying? I think I feel this way because it really touched me, you know what I'm saying? Because along my path in my life, I've made a lot of unsavory decisions when it comes to how things turn out for me, and that's because of lack of love. So when I seen this, it really touched me because I got to learn how to love myself and able to let somebody else love me, you know what I'm saying, or be prosperous in my life. So I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much. Chimi Whip.
Next we got Fox Bellinger. Oh,
Ani Buju, Menawagush, Nendujapa, Indigenous cause, Megazi, Nendudem, Gawaba, Bagani Tug, Nendujapa. My name is Good Fox. My clan is Eagle, and I'm from White Res. About NACEP exceeded my expectations. Everything I wanted to learn and then some, I got, and even more, even the small time that we've been in this class. I'm really proud of the brothers that facilitate this class, because it proves that, you know, as a group we can all get along, we can learn from one another, whether we're in here or out there. Also, this class alone is proof that we are not a dying breed. We are alive and well, and our culture and our heritage will not be forgotten. Out of 7 grandfathers, I chose love, because love is like the core of creation, I believe. Love is something I will focus on nowadays. Loving myself the way I should, and the way I should have been all these years, instead of sabotaging my life into ruins. Loving my kids the way they deserve, instead of breaking their hearts by always being away from them. Appreciating and loving Mother Earth and everything she has to offer. I believe we all crave love above all else. Love turns the impossible into endless possibilities. If we all knew how and began to love ourselves, the world wouldn't be full of chaos. The root of life is love, and we need to acknowledge and nurture that root, so that one day maybe all the chaos will no longer exist. Miigwech.
Victor Sirocco Martinez. Congratulations, my boy.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous, but here it goes. Anim Bujo, Makwa, Indishnikas, Megizi, Indudam, Gaka Bikang, Indujiba. Thank you. Out of the 7 grandfathers, the most that stick to me was courage. Out of this class, I got courage to be in front of some good people, so thank you.
Next, I got Jacoby G. LaPrairie.
Buju Anin, Jacoby Nindijnikas, Makwa Nindudame, Naga Chiwanang, Nindujaba. My name is Jacoby. I'm from the Fond du Lac band of Lake Superior Chippewa, and I'm Bear Clan. It's a pleasure to be a part of this today, and I thank everybody who was involved with making this possible. And I wrote a little poem for Manaji Edwin, respect. It says, "We must respect others if we are to respect ourselves. We must respect poverty if we are to respect wealth. Respect should be given as freely as it is received. Respect can make a difference in the way our worlds are seen. Respect is strong and will never fade with time. Respect will always uplift and will never undermine. So I thank you for your respect, and thank you for having mine. Miigwech."
Maurice Edwards. Oh, what?
Buju Ani, Reese Ndijnakas, Megizi Nindudam, Minneapolis, Nindujaba. My name is Reese. Megizi is my clan, and I'm from Minneapolis. I just start off saying why I took this class was from my girl and my unborn and my mom. One of the 7 grandfathers that stuck out to me most was courage and being brave and having fear, difficulty, anything, just being able to stand up for what you believe in and being uncomfortable doing things that you know that you really wouldn't be comfortable with doing. That's it.
Next, I got Early Grace.
Ani Buju, Early Indijnakas, Megizi, Nindudam, Nindujaba, Duluth. I just wanted to thank the facilitators of the group. They were really, they welcomed me, and it made me feel like comfortable in the class. You know, the reason I wanted to be in the class, and Jared Gabo, he helped me get in the class. You know, I was telling him about why I wanted to be in the class. The reason for it was I had married an Ojibwe woman, and she passed away last year, and I never really knew much about her family or her heritage. We were always getting high and just screwing around, and she was ashamed to be around her family, and she didn't want to bring us around them because of that. We lost our kid pretty much right away, and because we were getting high, and I wanted to take this class to learn more about her and her culture, and because I knew a lot, it meant a lot to her, and I wanted to learn more so I could kind of relate to her family and to my daughter. And I did learn a lot from this class. I wish the class was longer, because what I did learn so far only kind of scratched the surface. But I did want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. The 7 grandfather teachings that I chose, it started off with love, because it was love for my wife and my daughter is what brought me to the class. But as it progressed, I kind of related to all of them. And I had respect for all of them, for the culture that I knew very little about and kind of still learning more about. So thank you.
Well, this brother here is Jordan Smith, but I don't think you see him, so.
Acknowledge the brothers who ain't out here to receive theirs. Kenny Staples. Also Frank LaRose. All right, so these brothers are gonna sing us one more song real quick. Oh yeah. Wendy Spry's gonna present some stuff too. Going a little off script, my bad.
All right. Well, I get the honor of presenting some extra certificates, but first I'm going to start out just Bujunij. Wendy Spry, Indigenous Cause, Ajajak Nindo Dame, Gawababagana Kug, Nindunjaba, Ngwich. Wendy Spry, Tribal Relations Director. Crane Clan, so I talk a lot, I can't pass up a time. I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding, it's probably true. White Earth Nation, and I really thank you for inviting me today. Before I help with the handing out of certificates, I just want to say how moving, I always get choked up, to hear what you guys all have to say. Some of the things I heard today, you know, finding your truth in other things and now finding truth in culture. Huge, huge. What a healing experience that is. Wisdom and learning from the past and being prepared to teach the future and recognize that 7-generation concept that we bring with us everything from our past, and we have things to give moving forward. And that love of self, the love of others, and recognizing that that's, you know, at the core of everything. My mother was a huge teacher and role model around social justice, and she always shared that the human, the person, is just so valued, and that behavior is separate from that. And so I heard a lot today about that from what you guys were talking about. And it's just like, remember, we are more than the things we do. And that just kept resonating with me. And that you have value, and that you learn to love yourselves. I really want to share too, when you recognize all of the people it took to get this to happen. We have executive team here, we have education, we have chaplain, volunteers from the community, all ready and committed to supporting this program has been phenomenal. But you guys really stepped up and did the work. And so now we're going to do presentation for leadership certificates for the teachers. right? All right, Miigwech, for letting me say that. And I would like to, well, before I do that, courage was another one. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone and lead a group of people. I mean, I don't like to do it, and I don't think many of us do. Standing up and talking is another thing, takes courage. But so, Miigwech, for the courage you've shown to step up and lead the group, and for those who will be taking the next cohort. So, first is Evan Fasthorse. I'd like to also call up Daphne Shabayash. She has a presentation of an eagle feather for you as well. What?
Oh, Anin Boujou, get you Anin Boujou. Ajikiga Bawe, the Disneykas, Mainga, Nendudem, or Jenny Martin and Dunjaban. How Kola Matakio was saying, Sikanju, Yate, Matahan, Lino Lakes, Yate, Najish, Nana, Imaki Apilo. So, wow, this is didn't expect this leadership certificate. But I really appreciate this class. This is like one of the class that really helped me come out of my shell a lot. It helped me, it really changed my perception on the world. I used to have a distorted perception, and the grandfather teaching that was really dominant about it was the respect one. I used to have the core belief as people have to earn my respect, and that's not what it is. People are given respect, period, and that's it. There's nothing else, and that's what I really strive my life around now, and I really walk with them grandfather teachings, and I apply that to every day in my life, and it's really changed my life. And being here with all you brothers is a blessing, and to carry that Okwagan for you brothers, man, it's an honor, and I appreciate it.
Miigwech, I don't know if everyone caught that, but he was gifted an eagle feather, which is hugely significant, and I can tell it took him by surprise, and he's very thankful for it. That never, I don't, maybe it would have, but this is the first time I think that's happened, and so I think that's just amazing. Cody Vermillion, come on up. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Oh, Plamia, Miigwech. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has had a hand in this class, as far as the executive team, the brothers taking it, the brothers that are interested, and the brothers that's giving the class a good name for other people to be interested in it. Ask me about a year or two ago if I would do this. Not a chance. Not even a little bit. But I think for me, humility is a big thing for me, because for a while there I was real hard headed. I was set on just living my life the way I was living it, which was not good as me being here. But just being humble enough to realize that I don't know everything. There's a lot that I need to learn, and right now what I'm doing is I'm learning from all these brothers here. I'm learning from this class. I'm learning from my culture, and my culture is giving me a purpose to continue to live in, or to change the way I was living, to continue living a good way. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Next is Jordan Thompson.
Aho, Anin Boujou, Bakade Mokomani Du, Indigenous Cause. Hungry Bear Spirit's my name. First one, I wasn't expecting this either, but I just want to say I'm proud of all you brothers stepping up here and speaking. It's not easy. It's not been easy for me even from the start of this, so I appreciate all y'all, and just want to thank Brett again. I mean, it's truly inspirational to see, somebody who I've known almost my whole life go from where we were to where he's at now. So I just want to say thanks for inspiring me.
I'm going to mess up this name. Erasmo Flores. All right, okay.
I really wasn't expecting this, but I'd like to say to all the brothers, I can't mention that one brother's name because it would be an unjust. All of you guys, y'all brought me in and y'all gave me some responsibility to help teach this class and facilitate, and I take it as a true honor. For me, it's humility as well. I was not always a very humble person, but this place taught me how to. You guys gave me a home. I've been in prison for 30 years. I'm 51 years old now, and I never truly felt at home as I do here with you guys. So, Jimmy Gwitch.
Jerome Oak Grove.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all either. I just want to say Chimigwich to my facilitators, Fast Tours, Jody, Cody, and Chili. My teachers who become my brothers, Chimigwich. I really do appreciate this, and even though I'm helping out facilitating this, I'm still learning stuff as well each and every day. So it's just an honor to be here and for us to be recognized as, this class, this group, as brothers. So Chimigwich.
Miigwech again for everyone, and I'll let you take it away and introduce the song. And Miigwech.
So, brothers are gonna sing another song. They switched it up, so they're gonna sing the traveling song.
Also, I'd like to acknowledge Jared Gobble. He's our drum keeper. He's brought a lot of songs to this facility, and I actually learned like 4 or 5 songs that he's brought here. So I'd like to say Miigwech, bro.
Again, I'd like to say thank you to Gabo's family for giving them feathers, and Fast Horse for accepting them for us, and appreciate you, brother. Thank you.